So in the U.S., people who don't pay attention in every different country about why this is important, it's confusing. You know, a lot of times you want to hear who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. From your standpoint, is Haftar the bad guy?
Haftar is not only the bad guy. Haftar is trying to get back to Libya 8 years back when the Gaddafi regime controlled the country. Haftar is a military man who doesn't have a plan for the country. He's just thinking to take control of the country, doesn't believe in democracy, doesn't believe in election, doesn't believe in working with the international community to achieve a prosperity for Libya. I mean, when we came to power as a government, the production of oil was just 120,000 barrels a day. Today we are talking about 1.5 million barrels a day. And this is a great achievement thanks to the GNA working on this side and a lot of investment made by our government. When we came to power, a lot of places in Libya, especially Sirte as a town, was occupied from ISIS. We don't see them today. And what Haftar done is bringing a troop from 1,500 kilometers to try to achieve and attack the capital of Libya and make our troops to defend the capital. This has allowed ISIS and other places in Libya to have free places and to move freely. And this is really a problem and going to cause a long-lasting war in Libya. And we don't want to see a Libya like Syria, what's happening today.
So what's your message to the U.S. administration? If these reports are coming out and they're true, that the president is making a phone call or he's somehow backing Haftar, even in rhetoric alone, these stories are coming out. What's your message to the administration?
My message is clear. We've been the U.S. allies, and we have always achieved a great achievement on that, on fighting ISIS, to improve our production of oil, to bring Libya to stability and elections. What we need from the United States, we don't need any financial support. We don't need any military support. We need a leadership, a political leadership from the United States. A lot of people, a lot of countries who's helping Haftar and who's supporting Haftar is United States allies and friends. So just tell them to stay out of Libya. This is nothing to do with Libya. So please stay out of town.
Well, how integral has the U.S. been in helping to fight ISIS with special forces, with other help to the GNA?
AFRICOM more than twice publicly said that thanks to the GNA forces, we achieve a great issue with catch ISIS out of Libya. This is a very clear message from AFRICOM many times. Plus, we work closely with the security, our security guys and security from the United States to achieve a safer and peaceful place in Libya.
For the folks who remember Libya just from the Benghazi situation, what do you say to them about that in the wake of all of that and the loss of American life there?
Well, I think what happened in Benghazi was a great mistake. And the loss of Stephen in Benghazi is a loss for Libyan before Americans, because he was a great guy. I know him by personal. I had many times met him. He was a man who loved Libya and stand by Libyan people. I think we have to show that his life pass away did not pass like this without any meaning. We have to continue to support Libya. United States have to stand by Libya and have their strong leadership on the Libyan file and case.
The president talked about Libya with the German chancellor, we're told, Angela Merkel, on the sidelines of the D-Day ceremony, we're told. Which outside countries, from your point of view, are helpful to your situation and which are hurtful to your situation?
I mean, Germany is our allies and working closely with us. UK, Italy, there are a lot of countries who knows Libya quite well and understand the situation in Libya. I believe President Trump as well understands the situation, but maybe he got the wrong message from different places that Haftar is fighting terrorism. This is not the right message. GNA and the government of Libya is the one who is fighting terrorism and can achieve a great relationship with the United States.
So you would tell the president, don't listen to President el-Sisi from Egypt?
Well, I tell him clearly, you have a strong allies with the GNA, and we try each other before. We know how things work, functions. It's when you have a story to tell, this is the reality. You don't have to try another people.
Has Russia's role increased in Libya? There was reporting that Russia was taking more of a role. Is that true or not?
We don't see a lot of presence from Russians in Libya today, but even the Russians, they sent a message that Haftar should think of ceasefire in these days. I mean, Haftar is not listening to the French. He doesn't, to the president of France, he asked him to have a ceasefire, and he said there's not the timing of ceasefire. Russia sending the same message. Even his closer ally, Emirates, tried to send the same message, but he's not listening.
So just to be clear, General Haftar, from your point of view, is cobbling together old Gaddafi regime folks who want to take over the country by military force.
Yes.
And his goal is what?
His goal is to take control of the country and to achieve revenge from ex-regime Gaddafi loyalists from whose people in the power today. Plus, he called for jihad. Literally, he called for jihad in his announcement to catch Tripoli.
So why would the U.S. in any way support that guy?
Because I think President Trump get the wrong message from wrong people.
Why are they backing Haftar? Why did they believe in him and not you?
Because going to military solutions, it's always easier. Having a democratic country, a democratic state in Libya, having a government which believe in democracy and elections, this is what we're looking for in Libya. If you go military solutions, it's very easy to go and pick a military man, rule the country, get back to Gaddafi regime again. And this is what we don't want to happen.
But essentially that's El-Sisi in Egypt. That's what he is, right? A military man?
Well, maybe this is make it clear that that's why there's a lot of support for Haftar from that side.
Many people say that the U.S. is now the most trusted outside actor in Libya. Do you agree, considering what you're hearing from me on this reporting?
Well, I understand that the State Department, which I met 2 days ago, is aligned with the government of Libya and then the GNA and understand the situations. What I'm hearing from different parties confusing about this call, just a call did not have anything to do with the U.S. supporting of the GNA in Libya.
Does Libya need a peacekeeping force?
No.
Has there been thoughts of the GNA requesting a peacekeeping force?
No, not at all.
So you can handle your own?
We can handle our own problem. Just let the people who are in the countries who's trying to sending weapons, vehicles, ammunition to Haftar to stay out of Libya.
Last thing, as you wrap up your trip here, are you concerned that there's a mixed message with this administration?
I believe that United States government is backing the GNA strongly. And I think this will go on and continue. But I think United States tried to achieve a peaceful solution in Libya. And many administration staff I saw and congressmen and senates I talked to, they want to achieve a peaceful solution in Libya and understand that talking with Haftar is not the end of the story. I think leadership of United States and politically we're going to see more of United States presenting the Libyan file and can strongly support the government to achieve a peaceful solution.
And as that fighting continues, even as Haftar makes a move on Tripoli on the outskirts, the GNA can hold its own and can hold off Haftar?
Of course we can. We can push him back. And with this, we are certain and determined that to push him back.
Mr. Minister, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.